questions or what?
Yep. So this is interview number 5, contractor management and facilities and construction management. I'm here with Jonathan. He owns a plumbing firm in Texas. And how did you get into plumbing?
My dad's best friend got me into plumbing 22 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are there certain standards or licensing practices that you have to undergo if you want to become a plumber in the United States and Texas?
Yeah, every plumber has to have an apprentice card starting out. You rack up hours. After 4,000 hours, you can take your tradesman. Another 4,000 hours, you can take your journeyman. And then another 4,000 hours, you can get your master's.
Okay. And then what do the different levels that you mentioned, what does that allow you to do in the field?
So apprentice, you're pretty much just a helper working under a tradesman or journeyman or master. Your tradesman license, it's called the Tradesman Limited. It allows you to do residential only.
Okay.
Your journeyman, that allows you to do residential commercial. And obviously masters, you got your masters and you got your RMP, which is your responsible master plumber. That's when you can open your business.
Oh, okay.
You got your RMP.
So what's the difference between the commercial segment and then the residential segment?
As far as licensing or just plumbing goes?
Yes, sir. Yeah, just the different types of work you guys do. And
yeah, so I mean, obviously
segments.
Commercial, your main difference is obviously it's bigger buildings, higher cost.
Okay.
Insurance has to be a little higher for most commercials. But you don't want, I mean, obviously you need somebody that has good training because you flood out a multi-million-dollar building versus $100,000, $200,000 house. It's a lot more expensive on the insurance side. That's why they want you to have journeyman license on site or master with a little more experience.
Oh, okay.
Tradesman, so that's why we have the different license and different regulations for each one.
Okay. And then I hear you mention insurance. Is there a certain process you have to undergo as a professional plumber in Texas to get insurance, or what do you look for when you do that?
No, it's just general liability. The state of Texas requires minimum $300,000 in insurance coverage.
Okay.
But most buildings require minimum $1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah. So we always go $1 million, $2 million. That's what most policies are with our general liability, just to cover it. But yeah, the state of Texas only requires $300,000.
Okay, and then you hire a good bit of plumbers, right? You have a lot of plumbers that work for your company?
Yeah, right now I got 9 guys that work for me.
So let's say you were to add a 10th guy in your firm. Do you have to pay a higher amount of insurance?
No, as far as the GL goes off of your gross sales per year.
Okay.
It's not how many employees. The only thing that would change for how many guys you got is obviously drivers. That would be my commercial auto. That's where the actual employees come into play.
Oh, okay. For the automotive insurance?
Yeah.
What, use the acronym GL. What does GL stand for?
General liability.
Oh, general liability.
Yep.
We're at about 4 minutes here. So have you focused on any larger jobs where a contractor was building a house or building a commercial facility?
Yeah, we've done new builds before in the past. I mean, our main focus right now is just residential service and remodels. We do a lot of remodels. We have a few commercial clients. I mean, y'all are one of them, obviously. We got some apartment complexes we work for. But other than that, we really don't do too many new builds. Especially, really never done a new build on a commercial building since I've been open.
Okay.
I have, though. I've worked for companies that did commercial construction.
And then what is your main source of finding these different types of jobs that your firm knocks out?
A lot of it right now, I mean, we're still, referral, repeat customers. We just started advertising a little more, so that's starting to pick up a little bit too. But I mean, most of my business comes from repeats and referrals from everybody.
Oh, okay. And is there anything particular that you look for when you're going to bring in someone to work for your company?
Yeah, like right now I'm pretty maxed out on helpers right now, so my next hire would be another plumber to run a van. But I mean, right now we're sitting pretty good. I've got a few guys that are actually about to go take their test, so we might not even be looking for anybody until they get their test done. So once they take their test, then I'll be looking for helpers.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it's just,
So these interviews are done for people overseas. So in the United States, are the tests they take, are they multiple choice on a computer? Are they written, or how does that go?
so the way the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners has it is you have to drive down to Austin for your first test, your tradesman's test.
Okay.
And it's a 3-part test. You've got multiple choice on just a Scantron, pretty much. You've got what they call shop work, where you go into the back, you do like soldering, you cut pipe, you clean pipe, you ream it, and just anything shop related, hands-on. And then the third part is actually what we call the dollhouse portion, to where it's probably a 6x5 house that you actually plumb in. You order your parts. Say you got 5 fixtures. You got kitchen sink, bathroom that has a toilet, sink, and bathtub. Then upstairs you got some bathrooms, and you just plumb it in with this miniature piping that they have you order.
And they set a certain time frame for
Yeah, you got 8 hours to
each
take
one
that
of the
test.
categories?
No, it's just 8 hours for the whole test.
Okay.
If you pass the tradesman, it didn't used to be like this. You pass the tradesman nowadays, then you don't have to go back to Austin for your journeyman to do the dollhouse again. You can take all your other stuff up here.
Okay.
In Dallas, it's starting to help get these tests rolled out a little quicker. If you fail one portion of the test, then you only have to retake that portion of that test.
Okay.
And then the masters, you've got to go down to Austin. It's the same thing, an 8-hour test, but it's all written. It's 250 multiple choice. We have to draw out schematics for a 3-story building, as far as sewer, water, and drain, or sewer, water, vent. It's just more the engineering aspects of your plumbing career. Your plumbing that you got to do on the masters.
Oh, okay.
Pipe sizing, like sizing water for how many fixtures you got, sizing sewer line for how many fixtures, gas piping, all that stuff. So.
Huh. Yeah, that is a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
So are there any specific issues that you've experienced in owning your own plumbing company that you've had to overcome?
The main thing is really employees, man. Right now, it's just tough finding people that are reliable. So the way I do it is I try to hire people I know, or people that has somebody referred me. Obviously, Rocky, for example. I mean, I used to be his helper at public service back in the day, and I've been trying for months to get him over here, and finally he finally just said, "I'm going to come over and work for you." So,
Oh, heck yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's people like that I know their work ethic, know how they work, that I really want on my team, because it's going to make my life a lot easier. But some of these guys, I mean, right now all the good plumbers have jobs, so you're not just going to hire anybody off the street, unless you're just really desperate. But some of those guys you just got to watch. Those are the guys you really don't want messing with your company, messing with your name. So.
Okay. So have there been any instances in the past where you maybe had to let a staff member go, or you had to work through a problem with them?
So I had to fire a guy probably about 6 months ago that was stealing from the company. Great plumber. Never had an issue with him. I worked with him before in the past. He's just going down the wrong path right now. Found out he was just using my business card for other expenses that wasn't authorized.
Oh, okay.
Using my van, driving around wherever he wanted to, doing whatever he wanted to do in the middle of the night. So he just had other issues he needs to take care of, so I just let him go.
Okay. So you would advise people to maybe when hiring plumbers to go with people that they've kind of heard about and maybe have some type of social connection to?
Yeah, and if I don't know somebody, like I have 2 hires that I've hired. They're helpers, but I did do checkups on them. I'd call their previous employers just to see how they were, and then I give them a 3-month, pretty much probation period.
Okay.
Show me what you got in 3 months, and if I like you, keep you. If I don't, then I'll kick you down the road. So.
Okay. Well, hey, we're at the 10-minute mark. I really appreciate you doing this today, and thanks for everything you guys do here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you.
All right.